Hey guys, it's your favorite girl again. What's her name? Christina. Okay, so word number 3 of the day. This is also going to be a very short, quick, and to the point word. The Lord is saying some of you were dropped in order to be propped. Some of you were dropped. Let me move my Bible over here. Some of you were dropped in order to be propped. Okay? Let's break this word down. When you put something on a prop, it means to strengthen, to reinforce, to hold it up, to lift it up, to support it, right? Some of you were dropped in order to be propped. Okay? And the story that the Lord brought me back to for this word is the story of Mephibosheth. Okay? And we know that if you don't know the whole story, go back and read it. I believe it starts in 2 Samuel chapter 4, I think, maybe. You can look it up. But we're going to be reading from 2 Samuel chapter 9. But you know, Mephibosheth, his nurse, okay, a nurse is supposed to care for, to support, to help, to heal, right? His nurse tried to carry him in order to protect him, and she dropped him. And it led to him being lame in both feet, okay? As in paralyzed, can't move, crippled in both feet, okay? Her title is someone that's supposed to care and heal you and help you. But instead, what she did was the opposite, even though she didn't do it on purpose, okay? For many of you, there's been a lot of you that have went through marriages, and God brought the person into your life in order to help you, to support you, to care for you. And instead, they dropped you like a hotcake, okay? They dropped you, you hit the floor, boom, okay? They legit dropped you. And they didn't do it on purpose. Why? Because we don't wrestle against each other. We wrestle against darkness and principalities in high places. That's what the word says. We're not going to argue with the word. It's not the person. It's the spirits operating behind the person. We all fall short of the glory of God. So we all make mistakes. So God can will bring people in your life to help you, to support you, but they end up dropping you. Okay? And for many of you guys, it was a marriage. For some of you guys, it was your family members, your mom, your dad, whoever this is for you, to you. The Lord is saying you were dropped in order to be propped. Okay? You were dropped in order to be propped. Yeah, the person wasn't supposed to. They were supposed to help you in certain ways, support you in certain ways, uplift you, but instead they dropped you. And when they dropped you, you hit the floor hard. Okay, and the only thing you knew to do was to call on the Lord. And guess what? That's what he wanted you to do. Because for a lot of you guys, you weren't where you needed to be with God. But this dropping helped to prop you and put you in position. And many of you are in that position in this hour. Mephibosheth's nurse dropped him, but then he was propped up, okay? David sent for him, and Mephibosheth ate at the king's table continually, is what KJV says. Continually. Continually means nonstop. Eternally, forever. He was at the king's table. Had servants serving him. Okay? Servants tending to him. He was dropped in order to be propped. No, the person shouldn't have dropped him, wasn't supposed to drop him, but guess what? Again, we all fall short of the glory of God. God calls us by name. He assigns us to certain things. We sometimes drop the ball. But God is saying you were dropped in order to be propped. Mephibosheth was dropped, but then he was able to eat at the king's table for the rest of his life. Okay? For the rest of his life, he was shown favor and grace. And for many of you guys, it's the same story. It's the same story. You were dropped to be propped, okay? God needed to be your prop. He needed to plant you on solid ground, on a solid foundation. If someone puts a prop under you, it goes beneath you. It's to lift you up. God needed to be that prop in your life to show you that out of everybody in this good old world, he is the only one that is solid. God is the prop for many of us, and he wants to be the prop for all of us, but we know that some people won't choose him. And those people will go to an eternal hot place. That Nina, I don't want to go there. But he wants to be the prop for all of us. He wants to be that solid foundation underneath us that lifts us up, that creates comfortable spaces for us, stability, everlasting, right? So you need it to be dropped so you could be propped. And for many of you guys, this is your time to go and sit at the king's table. This is your time of blessings. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure when Mephibosheth was dropped on the floor, that thing hurt. If it crippled him, he became lame in both of his feet. You know that was a hard drop. I could only imagine him screaming out in pain, just like we did. When we got dropped, I was dropped. When we got dropped by family members, by spouses, it hurt. I felt like I was lame too and couldn't move. Depression, going through all the motions. We all experienced what Mephibosheth experienced, and please listen spiritually. But we were dropped to be propped. And the time is now for so many of you guys. And I'm going to read 2 Samuel chapter 9. I'm reading from the KJV version. KJV, yeah, I said it right. King James version, guys. Y'all know I be talking too fast sometimes and the words be like, but okay. It says, David sends for Mephibosheth. And David said, is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may shew him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, art thou Ziba? And he said, thy servant is he. And the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may shew the kindness of God unto him? He didn't say the kindness from me. He said the kindness of God. When somebody shows you the kindness of God, that is favor. That is favor that you cannot get by yourself. Okay? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel in Lodabar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel from Lodabar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, behold thy servant. And David said unto him, fear not, for I will surely shew thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and I will restore thee all the land of Saul, not some. I will restore thee all the land of Saul, thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. Continually. And he bowed himself and said, what is thy servant that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? How many of y'all felt like a dead dog, okay, going through that fire? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertained to Saul and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shall till the land for him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, that thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread always, as in always, continually, forever, at my table. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Ziba unto the king, according to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table. And Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table and was lame on both feet. You were dropped in order to be propped, okay? You were dropped in order to be propped, and I hope you heard this whole story with your spiritual ears. Mephibosheth was dropped hard, and I'm pretty sure it was painful, and it hurt, and he screamed out in aching pain. But then came a time where the pain subsided, and he was propped at the king's table and had servants serving him all the days of his life, and got all the land that he was supposed to inherit, all of it. He was dropped so that he could be propped. And God has done the same for many of you. So get ready. Whoever this word is for, get ready. You were dropped to be propped. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it was painful. You felt like you couldn't move. You went through the doom and gloom season, okay? But you were dropped to be propped. God never does anything without a purpose. He never allows anything without a purpose. Even though many things he doesn't cause, he still allows it. Everything under the sun has to go through God in order for it to be allowed. Does he cause everything? No. God doesn't cause anybody to sin. But he allows things, and he allows them for purpose. So I hope this blesses whoever it's for. I love you. Have a great day. And I hope this is the end of me releasing words today. But have a great day, guys.